You're walking through the woods, minding your business, eating a snack, and everything loses its mind. Birds detonate out of the trees. A deer locks eyes with you, then sprints away like it owes you money. A squirrel has a complete nervous breakdown 3 feet up a tree, and you're just standing there. So why does every creature in the forest treat you, a soft, slow, snack-eating ape, like you're the scariest thing alive? The answer is older and darker than you'd ever guess. Here's the thing nobody tells you. This fear didn't start last century. It didn't start with guns or hunting rifles or even fire. It started millions of years ago. Scientists actually have a name for it, the landscape of fear. The idea is simple and a little haunting. Prey animals don't just react to a predator standing in front of them. They build their entire lives around the possibility of one being nearby. Where they eat, where they sleep, when they drink. All of it calibrated around not dying. And for a very long time, we were the thing they were calibrating against. Early humans were hunters. Not fast ones. We couldn't outrun much of anything, but we had something worse. Patience. Our ancestors were persistence hunters. We'd just keep going, hour after hour, in the heat of the day, until the animal we were following simply collapsed from exhaustion. Imagine being a gazelle and spotting a weird two-legged creature jogging toward you at a medium pace. That was, genuinely, one of the most terrifying things you could witness. And animals learned, not one by one, but across generations. The ones who ran from human-shaped silhouettes survived and had babies. The ones who didn't became lunch. Repeat that for a few thousand generations, and you don't get a learned habit. You get fear baked directly into the DNA, a survival algorithm running before the animal is even born. Now, here's where it gets a little flattering, honestly. In 2016, researchers played audio recordings to wild animals. Not lions roaring, not wolves howling, just humans talking. The kind of casual chatter you'd hear at a bus stop. And the animals lost it. Mountain lions fled at more than twice the rate they fled from any other predator. Bobcats, deer, even other apex predators, all of them bolted harder from the sound of a human voice than from anything else. Think about that. A mountain lion, an animal that eats deer for breakfast, running from someone describing their weekend. Why? Because even the top of the food chain remembers. We hunted them too. The researchers had a word for us, the super predator. We're not just scary because we hunt. We're scary because nobody can predict us. And that's the real key. Most predators follow patterns. A wolf hunts at dawn. A crocodile waits by the water. Prey animals have spent millions of years learning to read those patterns because knowing the pattern is what keeps you alive. But us? We hunt at dawn and at midnight, alone and in groups, with spears, traps, rifles, drones, on land, in water, from the sky. We hunt things we eat and things we don't. From an animal's point of view, there is no pattern. We're a variable they can't solve. And when you can't solve the threat, the only safe move is to be afraid of it, all the time. But wait, you've seen pigeons that won't move out of your way, raccoons that stare you down while eating your trash, seagulls that steal a chip from your hand and hold eye contact the entire time. So what's going on there? It's called habituation. When animals are exposed to humans over and over and nothing bad happens, the fear slowly switches off. The brain runs the numbers. This thing keeps showing up. It never hurts me. Being scared is a waste of energy. City pigeons have lived beside us so long, the fear has basically been deleted. And then there are crows, who not only stop fearing us, they start studying us. Crows remember individual human faces. They hold grudges for years. They teach their kids which humans are dangerous. They've turned us into a surveillance project. Now, here's the part that should sit with you. The fear isn't a glitch. It's accurate. Humans have driven hundreds of species extinct. We've destroyed over half the natural habitat on Earth. The animals running from us aren't being dramatic. Statistically, they're making the correct call. And it goes deeper than running. In 2018, a study found that animals across 6 continents had become significantly more nocturnal, shifting their whole lives into the dark just to avoid overlapping with us. Not because we destroyed their homes, simply because we were around. We don't even have to touch an ecosystem to reshape it. Our mere presence rewires when animals choose to be awake. And here's the cruelest twist. Because animals flee and hide from us, we don't see the damage we do. The forest goes quiet, the animals vanish into the shadows, and we read that silence as peace. The fear makes our impact invisible. We walk through nature, see almost nothing, and tell ourselves everything's fine. But fear is learned, which means it can be unlearned. In places where humans have proven, over years, to be reliably harmless, the fear dissolves. On islands, in reserves, in the Galápagos, where Darwin once sat next to birds that simply refused to fly away. That world is real. It exists wherever we've stayed safe long enough to be trusted. So the next time a squirrel detonates off a tree because you walked too close, don't take it personally. It isn't being dramatic. It's running a program written across hundreds of thousands of years. One that has no idea you're just trying to eat a granola bar and enjoy the view. It only knows what your kind has always been. The question is whether we're willing to become something else. Because that part's still being written.